Hi, Team Thrive Tribe. I wanted to come at you today with a training. I have been posting in my team feeds about what people are interested in learning more about, what aspect of this business do they need help with. And one of the common responses was content creation. And so I wanted to do a short training today on content creation that you can watch live, watch the replay, you can tag your promoters in it, and it'll remain here as a resource for anybody on the team to use in the future, because I would say that one of the number one skills that you have to become good at in network marketing, if you're using social media, is creating content that is valuable and consistent. And it can be hard to be consistent with content if you're going really slow with not sure what to post. And so I wanted to share with you a tip that I learned about how to batch my content for the week, right? So just like we meal prep, because meal prepping on Sunday takes a little time, but if you do it, then you get to ride that wave through the week of the ease of not having to think, number one, about what to make, and two, it's already made, right? That's the benefit of batching your meals on Sunday, right? You spend 2 to 3 hours meal prepping. I know there's lots of people on our team that meal prep, right? And then you get to have the benefit of not having to think about what am I making for dinner or what am I making for a meal. And two, you don't have to take the time to really cook every time. It's much faster to then just heat it up, right? So content batching is just like that, right? Instead of trying to do it on the fly every single day, and especially if you have a really busy week like I do, if you're working on top of this business, you know, your Monday through Friday is pretty packed. And so taking time on Sunday to kind of get a batch content, that doesn't mean you have to create every aspect of it, but it helps you tremendously in implementing your content through the week. And again, the more consistent you are with posting valuable content on your walls, on your stories, the more you will be building the like, know, and trust factor, which is what leads people to feeling like you, first of all, are passionate about what you do, that you're knowledgeable about what you do, and that you are a person that could help them, right? That's what being consistent with your content is all about: like, know, and trust. All right, so here's my tip. All right, so you can do this old school, like with sticky notes, like I'm going to show you, or you can do this technique digitally as well. There's lots of apps that are like sticky note apps. There's just using your notes feature on your phone. If it doesn't matter how you do this, you don't have to use sticky notes, but I wanted to show you it in terms of a sticky note. All right, so when you're thinking about your content, hopefully you already kind of know what type of content you want to be putting out every week, right? Those themes should not change. And so the first thing you want to do, okay, Amy uses Trello. The first thing you want to do is always know 5 topics, around 5, right, that you are constantly sharing about, right? That is what creates you as a brand, is that you have a constant themes that you're sharing, right? I'm not going to all of a sudden randomly start posting about something that is off my main things. And for that, most of us, if you're in this business, we have some common ones, right? One of those common ones should be nutrition, right? We can create content around nutrition because it's not just about the products we share. It's about the benefit of nutrients and having nutrition and that aspect of it. So you can always create content around nutrition. That can be as simple as posting, right? Posting a picture of your favorite meal, right? Maybe it's talking about how you used to struggle with cravings, right? So nutrition, we'll go more into detail. Another one that I like to focus on is exercise. Now, some people might not be doing a lot of exercise yet, and that's okay. So that might not be one that is something you're focused on. Another one I'm going to be focusing on is obviously things around supplements. Now, I'm just going to write supplements because I want you to get in the habit of not saying thrive on your content, on your social media, because you want people to be reaching out and asking you about what are you using. And you might already think, I know I thought this, everybody already knows what I use, right? So I might as well just say thrive. Well, it's not the case, because you're always adding, you should be adding new people to your social media all the time. So there should be people starting on your social media that don't know what exact product you use for your supplements. And I encourage you to start thinking in terms of, when you're posting specifically about supplements, about the benefits of our system, about the benefits of our nutritional plan, like our nutrient system, that you use words like that instead of thrive, thrive, thrive. Because people get very turned off to that right away. And then they might not be prompted to ask you anything, because if they can just look up on Google what is thrive, you know, that you won't even know if they were interested in what you were posting about. So another of my contents is supplements. Now that's kind of the 3 things I focus on in terms of our products, but I also like to post things about business, right? About business tips, empowerment, just goal setting, inspiration around business. That's a 4th topic that I do a lot of posts around. And then a 5th topic is family. Obviously I'm going to round out the things I'm sharing on social media and include things about my family. You don't want your personal profile to be nothing but thrive. But again, if you're not saying the word thrive, people are not going to get annoyed by your content. People get annoyed by your content if you're constantly just saying thrive, buy thrives, thrives for sale, thrive, thrive, thrive. And you never teach anybody anything. You never make people think about, what it could do for them. You never, do any value posts, right? So that's when people get annoyed. But if you're breaking your content up into exercise, nutrition, and supplements, you have a lot of things you can talk about without specifically talking about thrive. Yes, and Christian, I did the same thing. We all did that when we started. And when we started, I did the same thing. I posted graphics constantly. If there was a sale, I would just post the graphic. I constantly said thrive. And I had to improve my game, so to speak. And again, when you learn to create content better, that is valuable, that teaches people something, you will get more likes and comments. And that then gives you a reason to reach out to people. All of us feel weird cold messaging. And that's why cold messaging, most people don't want to do it, right? You're not going to just message someone out of the blue and say, have you heard of Thrive, right? But we know that messaging people is a key activity that we have to do, right? We know that messaging people in one-on-one conversations is where we move a person from interested to get a free account and become a customer, right? We know that that's one-on-one conversation, whether that's phone, FaceTime, Messenger, it's the direct conversation. But how do you create more messages with people, right, in a way that is based on someone wanting information from you, right? An example of this, I post in my terms of my nutrition, I post about gut health, and I post about teaching people about gut health, because I know that that's how Thrive solves a lot of our problems, is through the improvements to our gut health. I posted, 5 signs that your gut is unhealthy. And I had someone message, this was in stories on Instagram, and they messaged me and said, I need help. Tell me what to do, right? That person would not have reached out to me if I was just posting thrive, 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 thrive. I help them understand that I can help them with gut health. And that's when they reached out to me. So if you're teaching people things and you're providing value, people will like and comment. And then that gives you a reason, right? Like when someone likes one of my posts that might be particularly about ways to improve sleep. And one of them might be some of the ingredients that are in rest. And someone likes that. then I have a reason to reach out to them and say, thank you for liking my post. Is sleep something you're struggling with? Now it doesn't feel awkward, right? It doesn't feel awkward to reach out to someone that you know liked your content around that topic. And now you have a reason to reach out to them and say, thank you for liking my post about sleep. Is that something you're dealing with? And so that is how you create more conversations. It starts with content that teaches people something and piques someone's interest in a problem, an ingredient, something of value. And then you have a reason to follow up in a message and say, hey, I saw you liked my post about digestive issues. Is that something you're having trouble with, right? And then they might be like, yeah, I've been taking, Metamucil or whatever. I mean, all the things we people hear. And then that leads you into being able to say, if you're interested in more information, the products I use have done incredible things for people's digestion. I'm happy to get you more information. And most times then they're going to say yes. And that's when you get them the free account and add them to Thriving in Life and tag them in a video about digestion, right? That's how the business works. All right. So those are my 5. All right. Now in terms of, that just gets you started, right? So that's the first step, right? Is knowing what your 5 kind of cycling topics are on social media. That's the first thing. Then you can use more sticky notes to do this next part. But just to not waste a bunch of thing, I just put bullet points under, all right? Because I'm not going to full on write out my entire posts on these, but this also will set me for the week on knowing where I want to focus. Okay, so for example, business, right? All right, what am I going to post about my business this week? What am I going to post that's going to inspire people to start a business, to grow a business, or what aspects of the business have been beneficial to me? Well, number 1, I might put out some content around how to content batch, right? I'm gonna do a post on content batching, right? What I'm teaching you right now, I can turn into a post with some tips. I can make it just a post. I can make it a full-on video. I could put that in my stories. I could put that on my wall. I could put it on my YouTube, right? Also think about this, right? Like that you can use the same content. Recently, I've been taking videos that I make and I upload them to YouTube, and then I use them in my stories feature. I upload them to my IGTV. You can use your content across multiple platforms. You don't have to create the post every time, right? Learn how to take one content, one effort, and post it multiple places, right? So content batching, right? I also might focus on the benefits of a side business, right? What are some top benefits of having a side business? What, like creating a second income, right? Paying off debt, building up an extra savings, right? Like having money to invest, right? So I might be thinking about that, right? Again, I'm not just talking about the Le-Vel business, but just things around business in general. I might make a post about the benefits of Le-Vel and what I have found, maybe a little snippet of my own journey from something like, before I started this business, I never thought I had the time for building a second business, but sharing, this is what I've learned, and this is why I love this company and how it's allowed me to do that with minimal time, right? So I might put something about my own journey. I might write something about just one of the benefits of our business, like what other company gives you, free product. And I might put something in there about, let's see here, content batching, side business, my own journey. I might highlight a friend's success, right? Because you can highlight the success of others as well. My pen's starting to run out of ink. Okay, so there I listed 5 things, right? How long did that take us? We did that live together just now. That took me under 3 minutes to make those topics, right? So that's what I'm gonna do on each of those, right? I'm gonna just list out 5, boom, 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 right? Now, let's do one together for supplements, all right? I want you to think of in terms of teaching, right? you can always pick any individual ingredient in our products. One of the powerful ingredients, right? Like the probiotics or B12. And think about the things you see people that are coming up on social media, right? As we've gone through this whole pandemic, I've seen a lot of posts about certain vitamins, right? That support immune system, right? Now, we're never going to post our content and connect it to the pandemic in any way, but you can certainly start to do I started to up my content around supplements that support immune. So I might do some more posts about immune support, supplements that support your immune system, right? And now you might be thinking, well, I don't know what that is. It only takes a quick Google search, all right? Do not have the excuse of, I am not an expert on XYZ, because we all have Google, and that is exactly how I have learned along the way. And when you do that, so I might do a Google search and I'll search top 10 supplements for immune support. And I'll go through the list and I'll go, okay, that one's in Thrive, that one's in Thrive, that one's in Thrive, that one's in Thrive. And that's my post, right? It might be just a post. It might be a live video. It might be a stories feature. It might be a TikTok. It might be a reel. It might be a YouTube video. But I'll focus on supplements that support the immune system. And I only need a quick Google search to do some little bit research to get some ideas of which ones are super supportive for the immune system, and then look and see what's in Thrive. All right. So again, there's a lot of thinking, always being aware of what is kind of out there in terms of the conversation on social media is important. Supplements, another thing, I might take an ingredient like B12 or the B vitamins in general. Top 3 benefits of B vitamins, right? And I'm going to list, again, I'm going to go to Google and I'm going to go, what are the top benefits of B vitamins? And I'm going to pick out the powerful ones. We all know that energy is one of them. I mean, people get B12 shots for the energy factor, right? We don't need a shot because we've got it time releasing through our body, right? So again, quick Google search to help me get some points. And again, I'm going to do that. Now, again, when you're thinking about it in terms of that, right? You're not just saying thrive, 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 and you're not teaching anybody anything. You're creating topics, right? That then someone's going to read that and they might go, oh my God, I get B12 shots, but I stopped because it costs so much money, or I don't have time to go get the shot, right? Or, they might go, oh, wow, bees support that. Oh, that might be something I need to look into, right? Same thing, I do a lot around probiotics, all right? There's a lot of our benefits in Thrive come from the gut health support. I might do something on the benefits of 5-HTP. There's a lot of people that don't know what 5-HTP is. Again, Google search 5-HTP. It has so many benefits, and the big one is mood support. But there's other benefits to it as well, like improving sleep. Because it supports serotonin production, which is a precursor for melatonin, which helps with sleep. So you, again, a quick Google search is all it takes. You can do that, but at least you have an idea of, in this phase on Sunday, you're at least defining what you want to post about, right? You're not going to go through making and creating all the content, but you're creating that list. So in exercise, I might post about 3 benefits of strength training. I might post 3 ways to support lean muscle. The benefits of consistency with exercise, right? I might post a specific workout. I might ask people questions. What's your favorite way to work out? What's your favorite exercise? And again, that's going to create likes and comments that gives me a reason to go, hey, thanks so much for liking my content. What type of exercise are you loving, or how have you been? Again, if it's someone I know, I might just start by asking, how have you been, right? It gives me a reason to reach out to people. I don't want it to be awkward that I'm just randomly reaching out to people, right? So I use my content creation to drive people that I know if they're going to hit like or comment on something about 5-HTP, now I can say, hey, thanks for liking my post about 5-HTP. Have you ever used it before? Right? It starts a conversation. And we all know that that's the number one income producing activity that we should be doing, is having more conversations. But the way you get to more conversations is starting with content that attracts people to like and comment, because it's teaching them something versus just saying, start Thrive, thriving. I love Thrive. Thrive is great. Thrive is awesome, right? Nutrition. I might just do a lot of things around nutrition because I want people to see, that it's about the full picture. I might do posts about my meals. I might share a new recipe. I might show them how to make protein balls with the protein powder we have. There's so many things you can do around nutrition. I might talk about add in the craving support, how Thrive helped me get rid of that last little sugar tooth I had, where I felt like my body wanted sugar at times, where I was stuck on my coffee made creamer, right? I'm connected to that. But again, if I'm mentioning something like that, I'm going to say, ever since starting this nutritional system, I found that my cravings for sugar totally went away. And now I actually crave a meal like this. Boom. That's the end of the post, right? Now that's going to create curiosity. Someone might be, I'm going to hit a target. I've taught them something about, hey, I can help people with craving support. They might hit like, they might hit comment, right? But then to give me a reason to reach out and say, hey, thanks for liking my post about craving support. Is that something that you've dealt with? All right, so that's on nutrition. And then family, that just is a natural thing that happens. It was my daughter's birthday, things we like to do together and getting outside. And in terms of this week, in terms of business, I might be also thinking about what holiday is coming next. Valentine's Day. So I might be making my content around how to love yourself, how to love yourself this holiday season. What are you doing for self-care and self-love? Give yourself the best gift for Valentine's Day. Things around our skincare system. Hey guys, are you looking for a last minute gift for your Valentine? Did you forget? So I'm thinking about that always as well. But you can see that if I went through the rest of this with you, that I could have 5 ideas on each of those 5 things. That gives me 25 posts that I can rotate through for the week. All right. Which is enough, because I typically try to post 3 times a day for 7 days. Sometimes I just do 2 posts. Sometimes I just do 1 post, but I want to keep my stories feature always full. So 25 ideas is enough for you to have content for all your social media platforms. And then as you're going through your week, now if you do it on paper, take a picture of it so you have it on your phone. That way you don't have the excuse of, oh, my list is at my house. Take a picture of it, have it with you. If you're sitting at the dentist office and you have an hour to kill while you're waiting for your kids to get their their teeth cleaned, right? You have an hour to go ahead and make that content, right? Be smart about your time. But doing this will help you then when it is time to post, you're not starting from scratch in your mind. You're not sitting there going like, what should I post about? You could spend 10 minutes doing that and then decide, you know what, I can't think of anything right now, and not post, right? But if you already have these things written down and you've already planned it out, now you're just going and you're referring back to your list. Oh yeah, I wanted to do something about 5-HTP. Quick Google search, find the top benefits of 5-HTP, go ahead and create your content and post, right? You want it to be that smooth and easy. Google is your friend. Think about all the awesome ingredients we have in our products. And the great thing about this is as you do this more and more, you're going to become more and more knowledgeable about our products. Have you ever looked at the ingredients on Boost? There are so many ingredients there that are powerhouses: chlorella, spirulina, ashwagandha, right? You might not know anything about those things, but if you start creating your content around that, 3 benefits of ashwagandha, right? Google search it, post it, and then someone might be like, oh, I love ashwagandha, and then you can be like, hey, thanks for liking my post. Ashwagandha is just one of the ingredients in one of our greens drinks that is full of amazing stuff. So again, focusing in on specific ingredients and sharing knowledge about that. You don't have to have the knowledge. You just have to do a quick Google search and get that knowledge and then share that knowledge. And then in that process, the side benefit is that you will become more knowledgeable about our products, because you want to be able to know what is in our products that is creating these amazing experiences for people. So that's how I do it. And I do that on Sundays. And the more you do that, the better and more efficient you get at being able to be consistent with your content. The last thing I want to share is a tip for stories. You've heard Carmel talk about it. You've heard me talk about it. Stories is where the eyeballs are at. So many people, more people are looking at stories than your wall. And so if you're going to put a focus area, I would say I focus in a day. If I'm feeling short on time, I'm going to focus more on stories than I will on my wall. I'll maybe just do one post on my wall, but I'll make sure my stories is full every day with 6 to 10 stories. All right. And you might be like, oh my God, how can I think of 6 to 10 things? Like, the good thing about stories is it's much more casual. Like, you know, it's like you have to just be good at going like, just capture the moment, right? I do a quick capture of my food every day, a quick capture of my shake, a quick capture of my cats, a quick capture of the dumbbells on the floor as I start to work out. Just quick little things. But a way I create filler for my stories is use old stuff. It doesn't all have to be new. I have tons of inspirational quotes that I've saved in my camera roll. I have tons of pictures of my food. I have tons of pictures of exercise. I have tons of before and after photos saved to my stories or to my camera roll. So don't think that you always have to create something that's new. Repurpose that stuff. No one's gonna know that the food picture wasn't from that moment in time. And you're not saying it is. When I post a food picture that's not a current photo of what I'm eating right at that moment, I might just have, put the words, remember to eat your colors, right? It's just a post about promoting nutrition. It's not like, here's what I'm eating right this second. So you can use past photos for your stories. And I do this often, especially with the before and after pictures that I always include on a Transformation Tuesday. So when I go to my stories and I open it up, I might just scroll way back to old photos and I go pick an inspirational quote, pick a photo of some food, pick a photo of a sunset, pick things and put that in between my current stuff that's happening in that moment on that day. And that's how you can make sure that your stories stays full. It doesn't always need to be fresh of what's happening in the moment, because when I'm at work, I'm at work. I'm not going to be taking stories of my work, but I can do a quick story of a inspirational quote from a long time ago, So again, I wanted to share that tip here as well, because having consistent content showing up on your stories drives a lot of eyeballs. You can see who has viewed your stories, so you know who is paying attention to my stuff. And you can go to their content and comment on their content and message them, because you know they're watching you. They might not comment on your stories, but you've seen their little circle over and over and over again. You know that they are seeing your content, right? It's good to know who is watching your content, and so that you can watch their content, comment on their content, and message them about their content to start the conversation. So a cold message to me, if I haven't made a post that they've liked or commented, is I go to their content and I find something that I like or want to comment on, and then I will private message them and ask them something about their content to create some conversation. But I do that with people I know that are also seeing my content. I don't just do it to random people, random strangers. I really focus on the people that I know are viewing my content. Right, we need to be social on social media. We need to be having conversations. So this is how my content creation works. Batch it on Sunday, make a plan for the week, Take a photo of it if it's not on your phone, if you're not using an app on your phone, so that you have access to your list no matter where you are, because there are a lot of times where we have downtime. You're in the car, you're not driving, right? Maybe you're in the car with your husband or your spouse and they're driving, right? I mean, how much business do you do in your, if my husband's driving me somewhere, that's time for me to post. But I already know what I'm focused on for that week. So that is what it comes down to. And again, I really think that if you get really good about focusing on content that teaches something by using your friend Google and focusing on a particular benefit or a particular ingredient, then that is what drives more like, know, and trust, because people see you as someone who's trying to teach and trying to give value to people. And then it will create likes and comments that you can message people. That's an important, crucial step. Thank you for liking my post about football parties. Are you watching the game today, right? Use your post to drive likes and comments to have a reason to reach out and connect with people, right? And it's still not going to go straight to, hey, have you there to thrive? It's going to go, whatever it is about your post, right? If you posted about probiotics, if you post, do you use a probiotic? What do you like most about it, right? Or what what are you dealing with, right? What issues are you having? That's what it all comes down to. And that's what you want to be doing on social media. You want to avoid saying thrive. You want to avoid posting graphics. You want to focus on teaching people and hitting pain points. What are the pain points people have? I'm exhausted. 3 tips for improving energy. Don't know what they are? Google. 3 supplements that support energy. Don't know what they are? Google. Weight loss, right? Struggling to lose weight and keep it off, right? 3 tips for weight management. 3 tips for improving digestion. 3 tips for improving mood. 3 tips for improving sleep. 3 tips for improving aches and discomforts. Top benefits of white willow bark. Top benefits of probiotics. Top benefits of L-arginine. Top benefits of B12. All right? That's what it's all about. And if you take the time to batch on Sunday and you use your friend Google and you start creating content like that with consistency, it will drive more people to ask you about what you're doing or give you a reason to conversate with people and find out where their problems are and what they're dealing with. All right, so that's batch content. And then again, the tip for stories is use your old content to keep your stories full, to keep your bubble at the top, to always have like 5 to 10 stories that are cycling for 24 hours because eyeballs are there. And again, use the same kind of concept of see who's watching and use it as a reason to reach out to them, to like their content and to message with them. I hope this training helped you feel a little bit more confident with how you can create better quality content more efficiently and effectively. And I look forward to seeing what kind of content you create after this training. Have a great day.